Em campo de batalha, canto, iê, galo canto, camarão. E a cocorocô, iê, cocorocô, camarão. E é ferro de bater, iê, ferro de bater, camarão. E é goma de goma, iê, goma de goma, camarão. E é tabaque gomo, iê, tabaque gomo, camarão. E a volta do mundo, iê, volta do mundo, camarão. E a como do Deus, iê, como do Deus, camarão. E a como do Dá, iê, como do Dá, camarão. Protetor, a vaquinha de Noé. Ei, 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 catacumba que eu vejo. Ô, Nazaré, Paranaguá. Ei, Cadingue, Boca da Areia. Ei, Zanquista, Pará. Ei, a vaquinha de Noé. Ei, a vaquinha de Noé. Ei, me diga quem foi teu neto. Ei, meu mestre foi Salomão. Ei, tô discípulo que aprende. Ei, tô mestre que dou lição. Ei, me chamo Caminhoneiro. Ei, que nasce em Santo Amaro. Ei, com que dia de ei, bata na cova que eu faço. Oh, a vaquinha de Noé. Oh, a vaquinha de Noé. Oh, a vaquinha de Noé. E estava em casa, meu bem, se pensar, cê imagina. Quando bateram na porta, meu bem, Salamã mandou chamar. Para ajudar a vencer, o meu bem, a guerra com Paraguai. Entre Rio de Janeiro, meu bem, Pernambuco e Ceará. Quando bateram na porta, o meu bem, Salamã mandou chamar. Para ajudar a vencer, o meu bem, a guerra com Paraguai. Entre Rio de Janeiro, meu bem, Pernambuco e Ceará. medalha libera. Eu não sou palhaço, no meu desfavor é chiquinha. No céu entra quem merece, o meu Deus da terra valente. Camarada, ele é mandinguinho, ele é mandinguinho, camarada. Olha, olha o galo cantinho, galo cantinho, camarada. Olha, olha o cocoroco, cocoroco, camarada. Viva a ilha de Maré. Ilha de Maré, camarada, campo da Bahia, campo da Bahia, camarada, esse o galo cantou, galo cantou, camarada. hear me? I want you guys to do it based on the atabaque. The same thing we're doing, following the atabaque. Yes? So, graduado Cipó will give you the example. Bora lá, Cipó. Okay, thank you. Paul? Hello? I know you like Duracell, but good. Okay. Did you feel as well that you were a little bit out? Yeah. So how are we gonna get into the atabaque? Can everybody hear and understand? So how are we gonna be able to do the ginga following the atabaque? Thank you very much, Daniel. When we cut that and we enhance that. And we also allow yourselves to take a little while to get into it. I want to see you guys getting into it. Hold on there. Okay, so let's go again.
your man, close your eye. Close your eyes, mister. You know where things are. Trust your guts. Is live on YouTube. I have put each one of you in the main screen. I will share the link. You go. Unfortunately, Carol didn't close their eyes. Joe, I had to say 5 times to close their eyes. If you don't close your eyes, you don't do the exercise like everybody else, and it's quite difficult for you to learn. But Money did close his eyes, which is good. So you guys with the eyes closed can then say if there was or not any difference when you're doing it, and you're going to be able to see. If you didn't close your eyes, then sorry, you didn't do the exercise the way we asked. Very sad, especially for higher cordas. But Cipó e Mona Lisa, muito bom. Mona Lisa, at the beginning, when you were trying to do the ginga like I do, you didn't really forget it. When you start to do the same thing on your own way, perfect. Perfect, muito bom. Even your body expression changes. The same as Cipó, absolute same. At the end, you were doing the same thing as I was doing on your own way. And then things work. That's why I close the eyes. Right? Okay, so Joe and Carol, please, you guys are higher cordas. Let's do the exercise like we asked, okay? At least try. Everybody else try. Very good. Why we do these things? Why do we do the valse? We're doing like a valsa. Right? For you guys to get used to move the sound of the instrument. We picked one and you've done it at the back. And keep flowing. Together, then you start to add your own expression on it. Feeling the music. Beleza? Very important for all of the rhythms, but especially when we're going to play variação, Angola, to keep flowing. Right? Is to doing the small talk. Is do the small talk. You meet somebody, hey, how are you doing? You good? Yeah, very, very hot today, isn't it? And then keep doing the small talk. And out of the small talk, you then get what you want. But always the small talk, always the talking, always the keep flowing, keep moving a nice way, bang, bang, bang. The capoeira game will be the same. I really want to see that hard. When I tell you guys that I saw improvement in all of you, I mean 110%. It's really good to see. And I think I heard many of you as well texting me or sending me a message to say, oh, look, I think I focused more. And Moika the other day said, I understood how the ponte. A long time I didn't understand how to do the ponte. Beleza? Let's go. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Let's go beyond. Try, not too much. Try. Bora, Carol, faz do lado lá. Ok. going, keep going. Okay. Meninas, martelo, raia cordas, rabo de arraia. Bora. Very fast. Explosion. Careful with your furniture. Careful with yourselves. But the movement has to be surprise, surprise. Well done, Bjorn. Really good. Keep going. Yes, but try to do martelo. I think martelo is safer for you than in your space, okay? But keep going, keep moving. Body cannot stop. No, more expression. It was better before. More expression. Boom, boom, yeah. Bang, 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 bang. Very unorthodox way of moving. Very crazy way of moving, but following the rhythm. Very good, Bjorn. Very good. Mohammed, no way. Yeah, that ginga is good. Following the rhythm, vambora. But the martelo has to be a strike, a snake strike. Boom, in and out. Aí, monitora, just more power on that rotation, okay? And the leg comes up just to strike. Look. The leg has to strike. Look. Yeah, but that's a normal. They want to have the high. It's a meia lua e no hand. Isso, caboclo. Aí, Paulo. Ok. Keep going.
Vambora, pequeno.
Pega leve, avião.
Vambora.
Beginner second, advanced first. Hey, advanced. Advanced, come back. Beginners, carry on. Advanced. Yeah. Oh. Beleza. Maravilha. Água. Água de beber, câmara. Beleza. Bom. Sweaty. Good. Hello, parents. Unmute yourself there, parents.
Hello?
A boca, sábio. Carol, Vivian.
Sim.
Are there parents here? Any of you a parent? Are you a parent? Daniel, do you have kids? Daniel, do you have kids? No, you don't have kids. Okay. Really. Parents.
Sim.
Do you ever have to be a bit stronger when you're talking to your kids sometimes?
Yes,
Not.
always.
Sim.
Paulo não está escutando. Peraí. Can you hear now, Paulo? Do you guys ever have to be a little stronger on your talking with your kids? Yeah, the facial expression shows, oh my God, I don't know what would it be without sometimes having to be harder. Okay, corporation people. Wave, please. Corporation people. Okay. Corporation people. In your meetings, just polite talking all the time. No. Bad. Now everybody else, work, family, study, same thing. Kids, do you always have to be very nice? Or sometimes you go, come on, mom, you're not following me, you're not listening to me. Come on, dad, you need to listen to me, you know, my feelings, come on. Okay. And everybody else, I believe the same. Né? In your job, in your family, in your friends. Now, capoeira is the same thing. There is no capoeira game. It's a game, guys. It's a competition. Maybe one day we change capoeira into not competition. Don't know. But you love capoeira because it's a competition. That's the bottom line. You see, if you didn't like competition, you would not like capoeira. Because you're getting out, it's a game. It's a friendly game. It's a cool thing. It's a fun thing. It's music. It's light-hearted. But it's an enjoyment. It's a social interaction that we end up having the interaction both people want to. Some people might want to have a little harder, some people very soft, some people acrobatic, some people competing like terribly, badly, competing. Some people, no, fair enough, you got it, but cool. Just the fact that I played with you, I enjoy. In all of the situations, you need to have the tough words with you. Because everything else I've been creating, improvising here, is what we do na roda, né? Get you guys moving, boom, boom, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Not talking, because I want you guys to try and understand more. Front, back, left, right, back leg, front leg. Getting in the game, getting out the game. And I see that you guys are understanding more, instead of going step by step, watching, looking, and getting. That's why sometimes I see some of you, I still watch and say, no, don't watch, try. And then your body starts moving. If it's something very different, I will talk to you. If not, keep going, this is the important. But then, the movements, remember, in the game with both feet. Off the game, really nice. In the game, both feet. You are in it 100%. That's why going back. Ponteira. My face, a ponteira. Whoever been a mestre Russo's class, will remember this. Because just here, oh, boom. dança. But not all the time, there will hit. When I kick, the other person might go here, might come back, boom. Então, boom, boom, dum, 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 dum. Back to the game. Ponte. Okay? 1 or 2 days in there. Ponteira. Out looking. There's so much from here. It's not only from the up. Boom, boom, boom. There are other variations we're gonna use. Well, let's see if you guys are going to identify something here. Olha lá. The other day I told you guys, who has seen Mass Pastinha do Enginga? Okay. Computer, come on, computer. I have a rainbow thing there. Very slow. Can you see it? Vamos lá. Mestre Pastinha Ginga. Mestre Pastinha. There's no sound. Mestre Pastinha Ginga. Oh, pão, candão. And you are gonna fall for the cabeçada. There's a foot coming in your face. Tome benção. É uma dança. Olha lá o homem, o mestre Pastinha, tome chapa. I think eu aberrei. Don't remember. When we look today, the way we do capoeira contemporânea, we look at them playing, say, my God. This is in the 50s of last century. We're not far from the 50s from this century. Oh, rasteira, beautiful rasteira. He got rasteira and he kept moving and he got into tesoura. Oh, rasteira kept moving, bang, let's keep moving, tesoura, out, in, bang, bang, bang. Another one. This Mestre Bimba is playing berimbau here. Mestre Bimba is not playing capoeira. Now let's see two top capoeira masters. Let me find that one. Playing capoeira together. Mestre Camaleão, who was here last 2018 November, and Mestre Cobra Mansa. Now that's modern. That was maybe a year, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, something not long ago. Let's see those modern angoleiros. Does anybody understand what's going on there right now? Wow, I'm impressed that not even the older students understand. Canto de martelo. The day I was explaining to you guys how we sing in the roda, there's a Angola bateria there. Okay, the masters, they are respected masters, came down to play, and they have the word, they have the voice. So Mestre Cobra Mansa then challenged Mestre Camaleão in the singing. And then Mestre Camaleão now is answering Mestre Cobra Mansa's singing. And this is already a capoeira game. For you that didn't understand, Mestre Cobra Mansa scored a point. That man here. Ta-ta. Are you there? Should we just do another movement? Yes, Joe.
There's just back to Mes Pascina's Ginga. Is it kind of like the Cavalleria kind of Ginga?
What Mes Pastinha is doing?
Yes.
Ah, you remember Mes Carlos workshop, né? That's Mes Pastinha Ginga. Angola Ginga. He's Ginga. He's doing Angola. That's Mes Pastinha. Beautiful. Mes Pastinha Ginga is genius. Now, what I'm trying to show to you guys is that game there, Mes Cobra Mansa, Mes Camaleão. Did you remind you of Vadiação to become one at the beginning? Did you see how they started playing inside each other? And then Mes Cobra Mansa scored a point. And then he stood up and he called Volta ao Mundo to enhance the fact that he scored a point. Mes Camaleão went, okay, all right, okay, let's go again. Ta 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 ta. Mes Camaleão scored a point. And then Mes Camaleão went, then they go around. And then you see what Mes Cobra Mansa says, how his Ginga turns. Did you see it? This is when we say o mandingueiro. Hey, Ginga está chegando. Bang. Então vamos lá. Let's see. Cadê? I didn't share the screen. This is something we're gonna miss, isn't it? To be able to share the screen. Inside. That's the beginning of the game. Let's go around. Stop again. Show rasteira, break the rasteira, cabeçada. Point for Mes Camaleão. Put a meia lua lá com his head. Now Mes Cobra Mansa decides, okay, let me get my Ginga a bit more inside the music. Question before we finish. Graduado Cipó, what's the music saying? Bem. Monitor Moica. Ah, essa você sabe, né, safado? Vai. Tira você do mudo aí.
Onde vai cair is like asking for like a tough game, like a.
Not really a tough game. What's exactly? What's the song? What does it mean, the song?
is where does the caiman go?
What's
Where's
the
he go?
caiman?
Caiman, crocodile.
Is it snake?
Yes.
Like a snake.
Yes. Okay. Cobra mansa and camaleão. Oh my God. Onde vai caimã? And this is what they do. Taca, 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 boop. Taca, 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 taca. Aushma, blam. And then they go back. Nothing. Everything else is small talk. How are you doing? It's great. Boom. The other one. Back. So that to think about when we play Angola. And light-hearted. If they want to, they can properly hurt each other. But they know, they measure it. Oh, sorry. That way is easy. I watch only and you don't watch. Hold on. Let's stop here before we finish. Okay? Beleza? So playing Angola, playing any variation of Angola, and rhythm more or less this. The Ginga doesn't have the rule, the structure, the worry about how you're looking. The worry about, yes, the longer you stay in capoeira, the more you're gonna pick a capoeira master, and you're gonna want to move like the capoeira master. Not everybody will want to move like me. Fair enough, no problem. I'm not here for you to copy me. I'm here for you to become a capoeirista, and we all will have people that we love and we look up to. I looked up to my masters, but of course, they're all the masters I liked as well. And okay, Russell and Damian, no problem. I think they've gone. The battery's gone. Okay, no problem. But that type of thing. Then you see, there's no much worry about exactly how. When we go to contemporary, there is a lot more worry about the scuba and this and that. Again, a language, to understand the language. Beleza? Very good. Questions or answers? Questions or comments? Vai, Cipó.
Are there songs in Angola that you wouldn't do chamada with? Like,
I don't know any. I don't know. Ladainha, you're not going to play. You're going to wait.
say,
The songs will come in. Go. Mas João Grande has a specific way to do chamada. He wants people to do chamada by next to the bateria. You've been to a few workshops about chamada, 2 or 3 masters, and they all give a little bit of different stuff. Vivian, you had one? You muted.
You've said last time that when you were doing the sequences, if we could just, when you do the movement, to call each movement by its name. I found it easier now. So when you did the sequence, instead of trying to remember the movement, I say, okay, martelo followed by meia lua, and that made me remember it better than by just looking at you.
Thank you. And also, do not try to do the movement when I'm doing the movement. That doesn't work. 25 years, come on. It's a little bit. A lot of times me following people, there is 2 stages. Watch. Usually we're going to do both sides. Usually we're going to say one more time. And people, okay, we go one more time. Watch. And then maybe you follow, if you are in an academy, maybe you try to follow somebody else, etc. But watching and doing what you're doing, like you say, okay, and that's what I do, okay, martelo, front leg, finish on cadeira, resistência, para trás, okay, I didn't understand that, again, ta-da-da, 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 okay, now you turn, yeah, very good. More? I don't know what's going on to the software today. I can't unmute people.
I really liked how watching the masteries move around each other. It was almost like they rehearsed it, like, but they haven't.
Yep. Is there connection, the connection with the music, connection with each other, understanding that the game has beginning, middle, end. Now they started very slow, no competition. See, show a rasteira, transform into a melody Angola, the other one here, there, show, and then naturally the game got a little faster. They stood up and they done, but
they never stopped.
But they never stopped. Never stopped. Never. Even when you see the old masters as well, né? Mestre Pastinha das Arrasteiras, he just acknowledges very important thing to do in capoeira. Acknowledge when somebody stop a foot in your face. Acknowledge. Pa, 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 pa. Boo! How many times she will mark, she stopped the foot and I go, that's so ugly. She stopped the foot, okay, great. You might carry on moving, but you acknowledge that she scored a point. And then continue. Beleza? Maravilha. More. Hi, Mona Lisa.
You can, well, as you said, you can see how the game evolves. At the beginning when they're 2-in-1, and then they're marking the attacks and the points.
Yep.
And at the very end, the last one that we saw was a Chapa. He actually hit him and pushed him almost out the roda.
Way back straight away. And then they both okay, fine. This is an event. We're here to entertain the event, but capoeira, light-hearted. Moika.
Yeah, I was just gonna comment about the Canto de Martelo. It's interesting the way you say that that's when the game has already started, and it's to recognize the fact that this, like, the psychological game of capoeira has already begun. So that the two of them are already competing the mind games first, and that how that develops within the game afterwards.
Yeah.
Really good to pay attention to that. I like that.
And in your level, you need, and as you speak Portuguese, you need to do that more. You need to gain our rodas. You're gonna play Angola with the higher quarters, anybody, challenge them. The fact that they will not be able to challenge you, we already break them psychologically. It gets easier, the game. Right? It's a game, it's a higher level, and you guys got to practice with the new things in your level. Right? Always music, singing, history, stretching, everything. Beleza? Bye, Joe.
Yeah, one of the rodas a while back, I remember you asked Bantu to challenge me in a song, and he challenged me and I had no response. But then it pushed me to go and learn some songs that I could sing back to him after.
Nobody wants to look like, don't know. Nobody wants to be, yeah, Paranauê, Paraná. It's normal, man. If we take the games and the light-hearted, take light-hearted always. The higher you guys go, more you need to understand this. How many times I play with you, my students, and I get my tail on my face, benção, meia lua, it happens. And I got, opa, good, nice, let's go, let's carry on. Beleza? Maravilha. Okay, quickly, before Mohammed, I would like you, we always, you know what, when it comes to Easter, because I personally grew up in a Christian family, and we done the whole thing about Easter for the Christians, talk about it and then organize, get the family together. And talk. So when we have Easter here in the school, it's a lot easier, everybody talking about it. But we got to Ramadan and there was not much talk. So first, I would like to apologize to you. And secondly, I would like to see if you could tell all of us here just a little bit about Ramadan, thinking about time, of course, but a little bit. But I'm just going to ask one thing before. And then please tell us something. I think we need to be a lot more considering exercising the understanding of us all. It's not there's no differences. There are us, and I think we need to start remembering. This is Ramadan. It's been a very important time, and everything they do. But I will let Mohammed talk. Just before I let Mohammed talk, and Canon, the same thing for you and your religion. Okay. So whenever he is, you can message me, we can talk, and then you can bring it here, and you can teach us. You can bring us the understanding. Okay? Yeah.
I'm Christian, by the way. Just so
Okay. So my bad. I thought you were Hindu for some reason. Good. Homework. Anybody done homework? Oh wow. Who wants to go first? Vai, Vivian. What is Pulo do Gato?
It's a capoeira movement. What I found in my research is I tried to do it, but I couldn't. But I did look different videos of what Pulo do Gato is, but it's a bit confusing when you look at it, because I saw it was something to do with slavery. So I was looking for a link with slavery, because we were looking at slavery, and I spent time searching for a link with slavery, but I didn't. I just found.
Okay. Who else? Joe, what's Pulo do
I
Gato?
found that there's a meaning behind it, which means kind of tricks of the trade, kind of a meaning of it. But also it's linked to a story about a cat and a onca, or like a jaguar, and there's like a story behind it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Paul?
It's that thing that the master never teaches his students and keeps in reserve for those really desperate moments.
No. Cabocla?
So when you have a game that you need to win, it's basically like your wild card. So when you like at one moment you just like take out a movement surprise, and like nobody will know it's yours. You don't show it to anybody unless you actually need to win a game.
Okay. Good. More? E aí, monitor? Você falou que sabia, agora não sabe mais?
I have the same as Cabocla.
Okay. Okay. I will not say what it is until we go through a few more classes, okay? Because I would do the same. I would go tomorrow. This is Pulo do Gato. Yeah. Tell Master you're gonna get a point. Okay. Vai, Carol.
But so I show, is it a movement then, or is it a concept?
You're gonna come and ask me a question. I asked you a question. I will think that there was some good answers here. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. So again, hope you enjoyed the class. Really good. And to remember, Mohammed will tell us of the whole month that they've been doing, which since I learned it, I think I will always admire. Yeah? Bye, Mohammed.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, maybe everyone knows the basics, but obviously our prophet was the last prophet, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as we say. We normally follow his footsteps, like more or less to what he did. So from my knowledge, and because the thing is, there's so much out there, it's hard to say what is right and what's wrong. So always, when I say it, I know from my knowledge is what I'm saying. We follow his footsteps. So he decided to do 30 days to fast, is to know how. So okay, say we give charity and stuff through Ramadan as well. So we know how it feels to be in their place as well, like for poverty in a sense. So he would fast 30 days without water and drinks, just for that time period, to know how it feels to for the poverty, for the poor people, even at the times. I mean, even he gave himself a lot of charity and stuff. But what we do is following his footsteps in the sense of we know how it feels through poverty. So every day it's that kind of footsteps that we take, as well as knowing like a way to get closer to God. Like it's as it's gotten modern, as things have modernized, we've it's bad, to be honest. I'll be completely honest. It's bad to say like we give Ramadan as an excuse to get closer to God, even though we should be doing it every day, you know. And it's quite embarrassing to accept the fact that yes, we use Ramadan as the excuse, but that makes us, it does bring us closer to God. It brings us closer to our religion as well as our roots in a way. So in a sense, it's a good thing. So in that way, we have a different mind to it. Everyone is different. People do sins throughout the year. It's quite bad. They do sins throughout the year. I mean, drinking and everything. And then when it comes to Ramadan, everyone's like, okay, no drinking, no smoking, no this, no this, no this, just to be good for a month. And I mean, I'm one of those people. I mean, I'm not that I do it, but I'm one of those people. We don't think about it until it comes, and that's wrong. So the good thing about it is it brings us closer to God. We generally, Islam is to follow Prophet's footsteps. So we do that. We try to do that day to day with everything we do. I mean, just praying. I mean, Master knows about how I am, more or less being kind to people, not lying. I mean, there's millions of things. If you look through the Quran, it's quite similar to the Bible. So Ramadan is basically to know how it feels to be in poverty, to know how it feels when the people don't have food, don't have water to drink. And then in that month, we give charity. Like if in the time of Ramadan, if you go into certain TV shows, there's shows where people are taking money to send to the poor countries like Iran, Afghanistan, and people like that. People are giving money like packages of foods and water and water wells of houses, schools. So in that sense, it's just we just add up our in our language it's sawab. So we add up our good deeds, adding up our good deeds, getting closer to God. And most of the time, it helps a lot of people get through the harder times in life. Ramadan is sometimes even a happy time where people come and say, oh, they actually get happy. Oh yes, Ramadan's coming. We have to prepare this, do this. Like we have goals. I mean, this year I had goals of finishing the Quran to read it all within the month. I didn't, but I read half of it. And I mean, obviously it's the intention that counts.
My mark terrorist.
Yeah. So yeah, I get it. I deserve my talent, yes. So I tried, but I mean, obviously with everything that's happened with my uncle passing away, aside that, it's brought me closer to God. And I think as bad, as good as it sounds, Ramadan has come as a really good time for me because of what's happened. And for Ramadan to be here, to give me that support and that the way it carries you, it's just different. It cannot be explained. So I mean, I love it genuinely, and I mean, I think every other Muslim that understands the religion and how it is loves the fact that Ramadan comes around, and everyone stays humble, stays happy, and does what they need to do. I mean, I wish that was a whole year round thing, but I guess that's life. But yes, the main thing is we try to feel how the poverty is, how things are, and how they live their lives out there, and we try to give the charity as much as we can in this month.
Is this as well that you guys? It's a moment of reflection. It's a moment of inner journey.
Yes, we all separately have our own. Obviously, everyone has their own sins and own ways to cleanse their soul. You know, to clean themselves, to pray to God every day, to bow down and just. I mean, I've seen many people just cry and cry and cry in front of me just because they know that they've done so many sinful things between the two Ramadans, that they're ashamed, you know. So it's something that it helps clear you through, help yourself in that way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Very, very nice. Thank you. And you know, it's not. I don't think it's the most favorable time for you guys. Right? The media keeps beating you guys up, saying things as we know. We always discuss. Thank you for sharing. If any of you here have a different religion, let me know. We really want, as part as what I was saying at the beginning of the class, the Quilombo is to bring everybody together. There's no discussion here of what good or bad in any religion. If you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, I have students who don't. Fair enough. And everybody with your doing something good, I think is nice. And then your religions, that's it, learn, understand. The same thing as the Christians should do the same, right, Mohammed? During Easter, I think lost that moment, which is so beautiful. I think is an important thing for everybody. We're talking in class all the time about connecting. All the time. Close your eyes, connect to the music, connect with yourself. And it's exactly what Ramadan will do, what Easter will do, what other religions in other areas will do the same. So very nice to hear. Well done. Because I know everything that's happened recently. Thank you for sharing and for doing it the way you're doing. And finish your Quran, mister. If that was your goal. Beleza? Maravilha. Thank you. Have a good evening, everybody. Class all the way to Saturday. And I think this is it. Is there any more the message, Monitora?
No, just homework. Good. Remember, take it seriously. When we have homework, it's not just like for nothing. There's a reason behind it. It's part of your training.
Cool.
Good. So,
Go.
Did you remind the kids about theirs?
We have. They know. Beleza, então. Thank you. Good. Enjoy. Have a good evening. Hope you enjoyed. I will share the link. Remind me if I don't, so you can watch yourselves doing the ginga, how you connecting, how you doing. Beleza?
Beleza.
Salve a capoeira.
Salve.
A capoeira. Valeu.
Bye. Bye.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.